All right, that's up.
Okay, so this is DNL Did It from Cake Buzz and Blackwell Boot Camp with my cousin.
DB Dark One, aka Damian Bender. That's all you need to know.
And today, or tonight, I should say, we are talking about, uh, I guess, old boy, the cop that slammed the little girl in the class.
We don't even want to mention his name.
Yeah, so apparently he's been fired,
Damn right, he should have been fired.
which is a good thing for slamming the little girl. To my knowledge, what I read today, to my knowledge, is the girl was being defiant in class over her cell phone. She didn't want to give up her cell phone.
Hmm. Well, the way I feel about it, he should have either been fired or fired on. You know, is crazy because we tell our kids, we tell men not to hit women, our kids not to hit girls. But I guess because you have a badge on, it's okay for you to rough up a kid, which is a girl. I mean, to take that type of unnecessary force and slam the girl with her desk and her on the ground without trying to you never know what's going on in a kid's head.
Hmm.
You don't know what's going on at home. You don't know, and for you just to come in and say, okay, she's being defiant. You don't know what's going on with her. She could be contemplating anything because when you're a teenager, you basically have all these emotions going everywhere. It's not like you have the self control of an adult. So, for him just to use his authority because he has a badge and just grab the girl and slam her because she said no or refused to move. I mean, whatever happened to you calling a person's parent and have a person?
Exactly.
I'm not sure if that happened or not, but I mean, normally if something's going on, I had an incident with my kid at school, and I called the principal. I called the assistant principal. I said, when something happens like that, please notify me. Let me know whatever goes on. You have my cell phone number, you have my home number, you have my work number, you have my wife's number, you have my emergency number. Someone should have been able to come and see what's going on with their daughter.
Exactly. She also suffered a gash on her forehead from rolling after he slammed her and pushed her around or whatever. She rolled and hit her head on something. I think cops need to be evaluated psychic. Their psyche needs to be evaluated because these motherfuckers is crazy. Like I don't think cops should be on patrol for more than 3 months at a time. I think they should be on 3 months and then take them off for about six, and then on 3 months and take them off for about another six because of the type of job they have. They're dealing with some crazy individuals, and they're on alert 24/7. So, and a lot of these people are coming from the military. They just got out of a tour of duty, and they ready to shoot.
Hmm. So basically, what you're saying is like most of the cops are keeping their head on a swivel and they alert, and because they deal with a lot of bad people, they assume all people are bad, and
Mm-hmm.
they need a break, they need a vacation, they need to do something else. Let their ass sit at their desk and do some paperwork for a while. You know,
Yep.
I agree with that. I agree with that because when it's just like taking a vacation from your job basically, and you go out and you start doing something different from what you're accustomed to. um it changed the way you think. That's why they want you to take vacations, because your mind needs a break. they want you to be able to do other things because your mind needs a break. If I look at a glass with half of water in there, and my mind telling me it's half full, I'm gonna think it's half full all the time. That's the positive note.
Mhm.
When else look at it, they're gonna say, well, that glass is half empty. And no matter what you tell me, because I've seen it there so long, I know it's half empty. It's not half full, that is half empty. So they're believing whatever they see majority of the time, what's going on, their mindset is this is what's happening. This person is not good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and treat it with extreme prejudice and caution.
I think what it was is that fool felt disrespected. The little black girl not listening to him. But what killed me is when I'm looking at the video, because I looked at it a few times. It was a teacher right there, a black teacher, and the students all sitting. They're at their desk and they got their heads down. Like, for real. Like, how? I don't understand how a group of people can be scared of one person. Like, I don't know. Well, it was one girl that got up and supposedly, said something, and she ended up getting arrested for saying something. But police need to. They work for us, and that's what they don't realize. They got that overseer mentality, that old slave mentality, that old slave master mentality.
Well, you know what? And I hate to put it this way, I don't really think it has anything to do with black or white. I think it has to do with someone abusing their
Power.
or that
Mm-hmm.
that's how I really feel. That girl could have been white. I mean, and the cop could have been black or the cop could have been Latino.
True,
Um,
because I just saw a video where a white cop just shot a white kid.
yeah, when he was on the side of the door and he started shooting the kid when he was driving.
Yeah,
Now,
exactly. So it's police and the power that they believe they have.
he claimed he was in harm's way. He was on the side of the car while the car was rolling, and so he started shooting him. So yeah, if it wasn't caught on camera, that's why I'm a big advocate of police wearing cameras or cameras being around because it's your word against him, and most likely the judge is going to go ahead and take the police word over you. He's going to get the police the benefit of a doubt, no matter what goes on.
Yeah, because all right, the system is set in place, and really it is like you said, race is not involved with the system and the politics of the court system and the police enforcement and the politicians. They're all paid off. The people with the most money in their pocket are going to get treated the best. The people who are giving the most money to their organization is going to get treated the best. We don't give money like that. Well, we give a whole lot of money, but it ain't to the police departments of whatever neighborhood. It's not to the court systems, and it's not to the politicians. It's to like Nike and and Gucci and Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, that's true. We do have a habit of spending money on some merchandise, big chains, but and on producing our albums. But
Yeah.
but being real, I really wish I would have researched to see what type of neighborhood that school is in. Is it
Mm.
upper class, lower class? This from what I'm hearing, from what I'm reading, is that this cop has history of brutality towards how can I say towards I don't want to say towards kids, but I
Just
want to say
people in general.
to people in general. You know, and as I watched that, it kind of brought me back to when the cop pulled over the one African man, and the African man didn't have L's that's licensed, and he ran, and the cop shot him in the back, and then tried
Oh
to point.
yeah. I remember that. And the other cop right there saw the whole thing and just looked and helped them cover it up.
So, and that's why I say we need cameras because I don't believe all cops are bad. I'm going to be honest because I have a couple of cops in my family, and I don't believe all of them are bad, but I believe that some of them are bad, and the bad ones make it bad for the cops that are good, and
I,
also that's like with basically people. Everyone's train of thought is completely different. You know, uh, from if I look at myself from where I was to where I am now, I'm a completely different person. I just had the opportunity to change and grow up.
I don't care how good of a cop you may be or how good of a person you may be and just have on a blue uniform, a cop's uniform. But if you know the BS that's going on and you know about the police brutality and you're a cop, your good standing goes out the window with me. You're no longer a good cop or a good person because you're sitting there and you watching that go on. Get your whistle and blow it.
Well, they have this protect our brother or there's brothers bond or whatever the hell they call it. I
If
really go
if
ahead.
we do it, we're wrong. If all right, say if you do something right, and I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna protect my brother. You know, is I'm an accessory to a crime that you committed or they say you committed.
Hmm.
It's a big difference. So now if we're cops and I don't say anything, you just get off majority of the time.
So basically, they got that mentality. Like, say me and you go to the club and you have beef with some dude and y'all rumble, and I jump in because I'm there. I'm your family. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna help you out. I'm not gonna let just go down like that. Fair ones. Um, and the cops are saying, okay, well, this is what happened. It's going to corroborate the person's story whenever they're putting down a report, and I think that's bad. The cops legally can lie. They
Mm-hmm.
can lie, and they can lie, and it's legal for them to lie. And they wonder why the community is not trusting them. You know, these camera phones is the best thing that could ever happen to anyone. We start back. We go all the way back to Rodney King when he was being beat. If there was no camera around, that guy would just be beat. For no reason, and he probably in jail for life right now because they said that he was attacking them.
Mm-hmm. He was attacking all of them. I see you a big advocate about these police camps, but the thing is, are they gonna take the footage and use it against these cops? Because it don't seem to be working right now. Like we got all the footage in the world. Like we can have all the footage in the world on a cop beating somebody, killing somebody, or whatever, slamming somebody with their desk, and they're not in trouble. But if you or I were caught on camera doing anything that they were doing, we in jail for life, making license
Well,
plates.
well, I am not trying to really take up for cops, but this is the thing, DNL.
Mm-hmm.
The cops have to make split decisions, and they try to make the best decisions. Some of them are not great. I mean, I'm pretty sure you work, you got a job, you got people at your job, and you be like, "That was stupid. Why you do that? You know, it's a better way." But they really don't know. Like you said, they need a rest. When say for instance you're driving and you get tired, your eyes start taking pictures of the road. You need to pull over and take a rest. So that's why I said when you said they need like 3 months on, 3 months off, like a quarter on, quarter off, quarter year on, quarter off. That's perfect because it gives them a chance to reset.
Yep.
It's like when your computer start messing up. What's the first thing you do? Let me turn this mug off and reset it. Turn it back on so it's fresh. So they need to reset.
That's true. And I don't think it's I think they should like social workers have to go through hoops to become a social worker and start working with patients. I think they need to do the same thing with cops. You can't just have a background of being in the military or passing some type of physical thing and Just, oh, here go a badge and a gun.
They
That
want you.
motherfucker could have been crazy from when he could have been getting beat up all his life, a victim of being bullied, and now it's his turn to bully because he got some power.
Mm-hmm. There was what's the kid that got shot with his hands up?
Mike Brown.
No, it wasn't Mike Brown the one got choked out.
No, Mike Brown was the one in Ferguson.
Ferguson. So
Yeah,
basically, it's like the one in Ferguson, the little old cop trying to bully the kids. He may have got a little manhandle, and after that, he felt disrespected, and he shot the guy. Should you put your hands on the cop? No.
because he feared for his life.
But if you put your hands up and you surrender and you're shot, that's basic. That's basically murder.
Yeah,
That's assassinating someone.
but all right, we all right. We look at people. Say us, for instance. We come from a certain type of neighborhood. When
Mm-hmm.
somebody, no, regardless of who it is, when somebody put their hand on you, it's an automatic movement to where we protecting ourselves. We either hitting back or we blocking or we doing something real quick. It's not like a let me think about who's touching me before I swing.
Oh,
So if that was the case with him, like the cop grab him, pull up on him and grab him, if he yank away, it can look like a big dude. Like, oh, he tried to hit me. I think dude was just embarrassed and he had to take him out. Or he probably knew something that nobody else know. We never know what the real story was for him to just actually kill that dude. Like he murdered him. Like he was really mad at that guy to shoot him down like that.
he probably was. But back to the school. Back to the school.
We just talking about police.
Man, it make you talk about them, and it's bad that you have to talk about them because these people they're supposed to be protecting and serving us. I'm not out in the streets no more. I'm a citizen. I work. I'm a taxpayer. I'm a voter. You know, I need protection because I ain't got the homies like I used to.
Hey,
Most people
they protect and serve the ones that put the money in their pocket. Now, if you was up at your neighborhood police department writing checks for whatever, giving donations for whatever they're doing, I bet you they'd be like, hey, don't mess with him.
they probably would. No, back to this cop. One thing I'm trying to understand, and you can help me out. He came into the classroom.
Hmm.
He said, "Get up from the table. We're leaving." Or he ordered her to get up from the table, and she refused to get up. And then that's when he took matters into his own hand. Are
Yeah,
they trained? Yeah, are they trained to assess the situation before acting?
the funny thing about it is the girl ignored him. She didn't say anything to him. She just kept looking forward. So I don't know what made he mad before he got there?
Taking it out on her. Let me ask you a question. You know, I'm really surprised I haven't seen much from the girl's parents.
Hey, you're right. You're right about that. Unless we just missed it because I haven't seen or heard anything from the mother or the father.
So that's I'm really surprised. Um, you have girls, so I'm pretty sure you know exactly how that parent would feel. Because if that was one of your kids, you know, I'm pretty sure you it will be a different type of reaction.
Oh yeah, we would have been all on social media. Period. We would have been everywhere. Like, this has got to stop. I'll take a family leave. I ain't going back to work. Yeah, we about to take this to court. We about to do everything. This dude is not only getting fired, but he's being prosecuted. He's going to jail for beating a minor. That's
Exactly.
first and foremost. He beat a kid. Now, if that was me going up to the school, beating my own child, I'll be in jail and social services, whatever, come pick my kid up and put him in the
Exactly.
system.
Exactly. So, it's crazy. I think our only thing, I guess the rules change when you get a badge, basically. It's
Yeah,
okay. Whatever you can murder and it's legal. You can slap bitches and it's legal. You know, you can go beat up kids, it's legal.
you
You
can
can do
sell
what
dope.
you get a badge. You can sell dope and it's legal. Maybe these street guys need to go get some badges.
Yeah, I think the gangs need to basically get their head on straight and organize some real stuff. Be community police. They can police their community. They think they're doing it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well do it the right way. The police department is nothing but a government funded organization.
Mm-hmm. But I'm just really, really, really surprised at this. You know, if no one had a camera, and you know what, the kid probably wasn't even supposed to have his phone out. Whoever reported, it was recorded
Yeah,
for
he
for
wasn't
different.
supposed. The whole thing was homegirl. She I guess she wouldn't give up her phone to the teacher. Why do they call the police? Like how was it that bad in the class to where they had to call the police?
And that's why I was saying, what type of neighborhood is this in? When I was in school, which was many, many moons ago, we had school police. It wasn't called school security, but it was called school police. But they wasn't the actual police.
Nah, the little narc people
Yeah.
half the time trying to act like students. Yeah,
So
but I guess times have changed where they got actually armed cops on school grounds.
it's just crazy. So, with that being said, we're going to conclude this conversation. Um, I also want to say that I'm an advocate of police having cameras on them. You know, I'm an advocate of people recording the police whenever something is happening. Um, we have to protect ourselves. If we can't physically protect ourselves, we need a way to protect ourselves without going to jail for life, basically. So we gotta make sure Big Brother is watching them, not only us.
That's true. That's great words to leave off with. We just got to hurry up and make it a law before they counter it and say you can't film police and they have gay marriage or something to blind us from the fact that they're actually pushing for us not to use our cameras to record them. But
Yeah.
I'm with you.
All right. Until tomorrow, DB Dark one signing off.
DNL did it out.
Bet.